From Colorado State University, this is the Emmy Award-winning Campus Television. Owned and operated by the Colorado State Student Body, Campus Television, covering the news, sports, arts, and entertainment of campus.
How's it going, Rams Nation? We've got a loaded night of CTV Sports coming your way. I'm Lucas Williams.
And I'm Gideon Aigner, locked in and ready to break down all the biggest CSU moments from the week.
Colorado State softball went 3-2 at the Nor-Cal Kickoff, grabbing wins over Cal Poly, UC Davis, and Sacramento State.
Men's hoops snap a 3-game skid, taking down San Jose State in the Fight Like a Ram game. Now heading to Air Force before the border war with Wyoming.
And in the pool, CSU Swim dominated the Denver First Chance meet with big performances from Sydney Ovesen and Haley Dodson. Next stop, Mountain West Championships in Houston.
All that and more right here on CTV Sports, which starts right now.
This weekend, Colorado State softball started off their season in California for the Nor-Cal Kickoff. CSU's first game would be against Cal Poly on Friday. The Rams would win this game 1-0. Colorado State's lone point came in the 6th inning off a Kyra Smith double, as she was able to help send Jaylee Wilson home. CSU didn't have much time to celebrate as they had St. Mary's just hours later. Colorado State started off the first inning strong with a Jaylee Wilson solo home run, followed by Lindsey Hinson scoring on a single by Lauren Stuckey. St. Mary's would answer back, scoring 4 unanswered points in the 4th and 5th inning, taking a 4-2 lead. CSU battled back, scoring 2 runs, tying it up in the 6th inning, but St. Mary's maintained their momentum, tacking on 2 more runs, claiming the lead back 6-4. Colorado State would score a single run in the 7th inning, but it wasn't enough, and St. Mary's would end up winning 6-5. The Rams turned their attention to Saturday morning, where they took on San Diego. It was a slow-paced game as San Diego held on to a 1-0 lead after 4 innings. Then come inning number 5, the San Diego offense exploded, going off for 3 runs, extending their lead 4-0. CSU would try and fight back, scoring their lone point in the 7th inning, but would inevitably lose 5-1. With another game on the horizon, CSU looked to get back on track versus UC Davis. In the first inning, with loaded CSU bases, Clarissa Castillo would hit a sacrifice fly, sending Lauren Stuckey home to open up the scoring for the Rams. And this game appeared to be all CSU as they held a 5-0 lead at the top of the 5th inning. The Rams would keep their foot on the gas, winning the game 6-2. CSU rolled into Sunday to score off against Sacramento State, which would be their final game of the Nor-Cal Kickoff. After a scoreless first 2 innings, Kyra Smith would spark the CSU offense with a 3-run homer in the 3rd inning. After that, both teams appeared to stall with no runs for 3 straight innings. Then the 7th inning hit and CSU offense came back to life. Nadia Dezuu was able to score, making it a 4-0 Colorado State lead. Then the dagger was delivered from Autumn Rutherford's 3-run dinger, which pushed the CSU lead to 7-0. In the bottom of the 7th, the star of the game prevailed once again. Reagan Wick pitched a complete shutout for CSU, helping them win 7-0. Colorado State softball opens their season with a 3-2 record. This Friday, the Rams will travel right back to California, this time for the San Diego tournament, where they play 5 games against 4 different teams over the span of 3 days.
Coming off a 3-game losing streak, Colorado State men's basketball stormed into Saturday, February 7th, against the San Jose State University Spartans with a chip on their shoulders and a fire in their hearts, which they fiercely utilized. The game started quite close, with the Rams holding only a 30-29 lead heading into halftime, but a 35-point second half, compared to the Spartans' 28, brought the Rams to victory. Multiple factors contributed to this success, but first and foremost has to be the 36 points contributed by the CSU bench, compared to only 10 from San Jose State's reserves. The most impactful of those bench players for CSU was senior Jevin Munoz, who ended up leading the Rams in points with 15 and both teams in assists with 5. The Rams also crashed the glass with 12 offensive rebounds to the Spartans' 3 and 16 second-chance points. After the game, head coach Ali Farokhmanesh said that this match was a team effort.
are we playing the right way? Is the ball moving? We crashed the glass as well as you possibly can, and I thought we did a great job on the offensive and defensive glass. And like I said, I thought we really did try to get paint touches that led to threes. They were either transition threes or paint touches that led to threes, and I thought they did a good job of that.
The matchup also served as the Fight Like a Ram game, which Devin Imsirpasic will be filling us in on later. As we speak, CSU is at Clune Arena in Colorado Springs facing the Air Force Falcons and will next be matching up with the Wyoming Cowboys in a border war grudge match in Moby Arena on Valentine's Day at 2 p.m.
CSU's women's basketball nearly 30-piece Wyoming 83-54 at home in the border war. With a sold-out Moby Arena crowd, everything seemed to work for the Rams. CSU started the afternoon hitting 5 of 7, eliminating the shooting struggles from the last few weeks. Rams' Brooke Carlson dominated the offense and led both teams with 23 points on 9 of 13 from the field. As a team, the Rams shot 50% with 4 players reaching double figures: Carlson, Lexis Bargesser, Madeline Bragg, and Chloe Froby. By halftime, CSU led 47-34, which wasn't enough for those Rams to feel good. Although the Rams shot well, the Cowgirls took advantage of bad defense in the first half, with freshman Jane Rumpf finding a pair of threes. Coach Ryan Williams said that the team made the right adjustments to shake off Wyoming in the second half. CSU held Wyoming to just 7 points in the third quarter for a 20-point second half. Coming off 2 losses, the victory at home proved to boost the Rams' spirits heading into another tough matchup. CSU heads to San Diego to take on the best team in the Mountain West Conference tomorrow night. The Aztecs are 12-1 in the Mountain West, while the Rams sit 4th at 9-4 in the Mountain West. But stay tuned. After the break, more CSU sports coming your way.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Over the weekend, CSU Swim made the long and arduous trip down to Denver University for the Denver First Chance meet and simply overwhelmed the competition. The meet hosted 4 regional Division I teams: the Rams, the University of Northern Colorado Bears, the DU Pioneers, and the Wyoming Cowgirls, who scored 103, 81, 63, and 29 points respectively. Despite these results, the Rams only reached the top 5 in 7 of the 29 events offered at this meet, with CSU having multiple competitors on the podium only once. Some of the top scorers for the Rams were diver Sydney Ovesen and swimmer Hadley Dodson. First-year Ovesen continued to impress, making the podium in both the 1-meter and 3-meter dives, and was just 2 points shy of first place in the 1-meter competition to Wyoming's Natalie Six. Dodson, on the other hand, snatched first place in the 100-yard freestyle and 5th in the 200 backstroke. Heading into the final leg of the race, Dodson was actually on pace for 3rd in the 200 backstroke, but lagged a second behind most of her competitors in the 4th section of the race. The Rams will next be competing in Houston, Texas for the Mountain West Championships from February 18th to 21st.
Colorado State men's hockey has had quite the season so far, and their schedule has been everything but a breeze. Facing some of the biggest athletic programs such as the University of Oklahoma, Grand Canyon University, and Oregon, the Rams have gotten a run for their money on the ice, but it was nothing they weren't able to dominate off. That was until the Rams went head-to-head Friday and Saturday night with the Grizzlies of Missouri State. The Rams needed to clinch both of these wins to be ranked in the men's Division I hockey rankings, falling short on Friday 5-3 and again on Saturday 7-3. Ultimately, this game would work in favor of the Grizzlies, who worked their way up the rankings to 18th place, trailing behind the University of Arizona. For the players, these moments are a part of the grind of a long season. Forward Christian Collins shared how the Rams are handling the highs and lows of this season. The Rams are set to hit the ice.
How's it going, guys? How's it going, guys? I'm Brooklyn Martinez, sitting here with Christian Collins, CSU men's hockey forward. How's it going, guys? I'm Brooklyn Martinez, sitting here with Christian Collins, CSU men's hockey forward. You just played a really hard game. How do you feel right now?
Good. I mean, it's been a long weekend, tough couple games, but it's a good group of guys and we feel good still.
How would you describe this season so far?
It's been full of ups and downs, but there's nobody else I'd rather do it with. It's a great group of guys. We've enjoyed all the good times together and fought through all the tough ones, so it's been great.
What do you think is clicking for this group on the ice right now?
Yeah, I mean, Coach puts together great practice plans, great game plans, and it's just up to us to execute, and we've been able to do that night in and night out, so it's been good.
You're currently the team's second leading scorer with 19 points on the season. What's working for you offensively?
Oh man, it's all my teammates, a lot of special teams. Like I said, Coach puts in great game plans. My teammates are there to support me, so it just goes my way sometimes.
You face some pretty tough competition on the ice with schools like the University of Oklahoma, GCU, Oregon. How has playing that level of competition impacted your game as a forward?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great to represent the school in that way and be able to play against some of the other top schools in the nation. Yeah, like I said earlier, nobody else I'd rather do it with, so it's been great.
Amazing. Last question, Christian. What should CSU fans be looking forward to as the season progresses?
Yeah, I mean, we have a big 2 last weekends here, 1 last road trip next weekend, and the games that really matter against Boulder in 2 weeks here. So the support is great. The fans are always great, especially in those games, so it should be a good time.
That's all I have for you today. I wish you luck the rest of your season.
Awesome. Thank you.
The Rams are set to hit the road and face Iowa State University on February 13th and 14th. Then they'll be back home for another Rocky Mountain showdown against the University of Colorado. We'll have more on CSU men's hockey and their progress when we return next week.
Last week, we reported on the start of the spring season for women's golf, and it started about as well as it could have for the Rams. While at the Paradise Invitational, hosted by Florida Atlantic University, the Rams placed 9th out of 16 teams, a plus 17 for the 3-round tournament. CSU ended up between the hosting Owls and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights in the rankings, 3 teams who each had 2 middling days and 1 amazing day, with CSU being one of only 2 squads who shot for even par as a team for a full day of competition. The Rams leaned on 2 athletes in particular during this meet, both of whom shot under or even par. Most obviously is Kara Kaneshiro, who tied for 5th out of the 90 competitors in the field, who didn't have a single full round over par while in Boca Raton. Following closely behind was Jacinda Lee, who evened out over the week with scores of +1, -2, and +1 respectively. This even par performance was enough to secure a tie for 16th. CSU will next be competing in the University of Wisconsin hosted Westbrook Invitational, which is in Peoria, Arizona for some reason, on February 22nd and 23rd. And after the break, Devin Imsirpasic will be telling us about what it means to fight like a Ram.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again. But an awkward silence can be a great thing, like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back from the break, everyone. Once a year, CSU men's basketball plays a game that means more than just the game itself. This Saturday was the annual Fight Like a Ram game against the San Jose State University Spartans, and the win that the team picked up meant just a little more this time.
Fight Like a Ram Night, one of the most special nights of the year for CSU men's basketball. Each year, the team chooses a matchup where they honor cancer warriors by wearing each warrior's last name on their jersey, celebrating them at halftime, as well as a full week of build-up events caring for the warriors. As much of a special night the game is for those battling cancer, it feels just as special for the team.
I think this game is amazing. It's so much fun. One of the UC Health administrators came up to me when we were out there and told me that there was over 20 people here from past games that just came to this game just to support the other cancer warriors. And I think that's what this is about, the community, and this community is amazing, and it shows its support for one another, and to have that, it's why you come to Colorado State, but it's also why you want to be a part of this community.
The Rams won Saturday by a score of 65-57 in a game that felt like a must-win, not just for their standings outlook, but especially for the Cancer Warriors. Rashawn Bemba is in his third year with CSU and has gotten accustomed to how special of an occasion Fight Like a Ram Night is.
It just shows you, like, that at the end of the day, we might be tired and fatigued during the game, but, like, at the end of the day, we just trying to get a basketball into the hoop where they, like, really fighting for their life, you know what I mean, on a daily basis. Like, we was in the clinic and, like, seeing how many people that actually are doing that on a daily basis. I mean, it really puts you in perspective. Even for me, it was like a great experience, just seeing how basketball can bring people together and how much effect basketball has on those people.
For Ali Farokmanesh, he has been on staff for each year of Fight Like a Ram, and in his first one as head coach, the emotions of the game came just the same as each year prior.
Yeah, that's hard. There was a lady at the end of the line when we shook hands with all the Cancer Warriors.
This special night is always one of the most emotional for the entire team, and getting a win was practically necessary. Coach Farokmanesh has been a part of this staff for each year of the now 7-year-long initiative, and each year is just as special for him, the entire team, and the Cancer Warriors themselves. Don't go anywhere, as after the break we will send it back to Lucas and Gideon for their picks for the Colorado Athlete of the Week.
I'll be right back. Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Welcome back from the break, Ram fans. Let's get into this week's segment where we are back at it with the Athlete of the Week. My pick for Colorado Athlete of the Week is from up north in Wellington, one Cody Monagem. Now, here's the thing, is that Monagem, I've had the pleasure to watch over these past couple of years. Senior out at Wellington, ended up winning all 4 gold medals in all of the events that she participated in at the Longs Peak League meet, the 200 medley, the 200 free, 100 backstroke, and 400 medley, and ended up winning Longs Peak Swimmer of the Year. Posed for another state championship run and has a good chance at winning it all again.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with swing, but I mean, just look at the numbers, I can tell she's like that. Alrighty, my Athlete of the Week is Brooke Carlson from the CSU Women's Basketball team. Let me just read you her stat line. 23 points, 9 of 13 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 4 assists, 2 steals, and in addition to that, a nearly 30-point win over Wyoming. Doesn't get a lot better than that.
Yeah, I mean, especially when we're looking at the border war, that is a game that you have to win if you're CSU, especially with how the men's team has been performing this year. The women's team has definitely been picking up the slack.
100%.
And Brooke Carlson is a very worthy pick for Athlete of the Week. And, well, folks, that seems to be all we have got for you tonight. Rams, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next Tuesday.